Hey there, fashion friends. The set does look a little different because I'm actually going through a lot of my stuff and packing up a few things. I have boxes all over the place. I have clothing that I'm bagging up and, donating. I have books that I'm donating. I have a lot of things that I'm getting rid of. And you know how when you're going, I don't know if any of my fashion friends have ever moved before, but if you've ever gotten to a point like when you're moving and you're started to go through all your old stuff that you haven't been through like in ages and years, well, I've actually got that. Like, I recently just found one of my kindergarten memoirs, I think, just, and I found that quite special. That was me in kindergarten, and it has like what I will be when I grow up. What I will be when I grow up, and I wanted to be a cowboy. I don't know what I was thinking. This is my drawing, if you guys can see it. Yeah, it's just amazing when you go back through time. This is probably like centuries ago. Um, wow, my birthday, which is in September, I drew a cake and things. I even found a photo of when I went to medieval times for the first time, and I thought that was really special. What I found something that, brought back a lot of memories of where I was 13 to 14 years ago and things. I found a lot of my old poetry that I used to write, and I used to write so many poems. Like, this is a book. All of this has poetry in it. And like, I was just reading through some of it, and a lot of it is kind of like really depressing, especially what I was going through when it comes to self-identity and finding love and hoping that someone would love me, and I was actually in love with somebody and I wanted this person to love me, and it was kind of crazy. So I'm going to actually share one of the poems with you. And things, I know it's a little different. I never really do poems or poetry, but believe it or not, I used to write a lot as a kid before, technology and everything just went towards, Facebooking and tweeting and all that crap. But which one do I want to show you? Oh, that one a little too deep, I had it right here. Okay. So I'll read one of the poems that I wrote ages ago. Now remember, my mindset was so young. I probably had to be like 15 to 16 years old when I wrote this. It says, "Today I woke up crying and thinking about you. It still hurts that I realize that my heart is still set on you. You're the first person I connected one-on-one with, and the last person I feel I can't go on with. What's wrong with me? Why can't I get over you? What's so deeply trapped in my emotions that make me love you? I see myself standing at the edge of the sidewalk, blindfolded, thinking that there is so much death to you. Scared not to jump because I feel there's 1,000 feet of compassion coming from you. I reach my hand out to feel for substance, but nothing's there, just wind blowing and cooing me to jump into thin air. I'm regretting this jump, not knowing what's ahead. I'm scared I'll miss our secret acts and our hidden hours of passion. Am I ready to let all of this go? As I stand there and realize how I've beaten myself up, trying to replicate myself after you. Change my body, personality, and spirituality to be like you. As I turn around and face my back to the wind, I speak out and declare how I am beautiful within. I am creative. I am a success. I love being me. I love everything from my flaws to my occasional falls. I want to love me. Finally me. As I drift back, I feel a release of freedom. My soul feels lighter, brighter, and set free. My feet tilt off the curb and I cry because it feels so good to finally let go. As I land on the ground, I notice that it was only grass, greener than green and soft as cotton. I remove my blindfold and I wake up as I realize it was all a dream. So that was something that I wrote years down ago. And as I'm throwing so many things away, I think this is definitely a book that I will keep to take with me to Los Angeles. Just something to have in the house and things. And yeah. Uh, Things are definitely going according to plan. I'm breaking down a lot of the things that I'm doing here in the area. I'm not really doing much in the DMV area. However, uh, I do have my hands in a few projects. You know, I'm not leaving next week. I'm not leaving next month. However, I am preparing myself because I like to be prepared whenever I do things. You know, I don't like to just jump out there and do things on a whim, except when it comes to doing something fabulous and fashionable. But I just wanted to share that poem with you guys, and I wanted to just, you know, just kind of update you on what I've been doing. That's why you haven't seen me at a lot of the social events and the fashion events here in the area, because I've really been trying to focus on getting myself together to transition onto the West Coast, which is really big. Other than that, I'm keeping a lot of my educational books that I read, but everything else, I remember when I went to my first Brandy concert, it was her Never Say Never tour. I can't wait till I get to Los Angeles because me and her are going to be best friends. Trust me, she doesn't know, but she's my cousin. But oh my gosh. And it's so old, but I'm still gonna keep it because, like, I was Brandy's #1 fan. Now I just want to be her best friend, or you know, her kiki kind of girl, you know. But I just want to share that with you guys and just update you on what's been going on. So yeah, stay tuned for more, you know, Destination LA. I will have more videos, and who knows, you may even see me on the road.